Today we're going to be delving into two things that happened in TF2 about 6 years ago in 2012. Wait, 6 years ago? In 2012. 6 years ago. Jesus Christ, I feel old. The last time someone uploaded a video directly addressing TF2's ARGs was about 11 months ago, meaning I'm legally allowed to talk about this without copying. But Funk referenced them in one of his most recent videos, however, so I'm officially a copycat. Please don't sue me. First of all, if you've had the rare experience of never coming across an ARG on the internet, I'll give a basic description of what one is. An ARG, also known as an alternate reality game, is an interactive networked narrative that uses the real world as a platform and employs transmedia storytelling to deliver a story that may be altered by players' ideas or actions, aka a story where you have to do things to progress it, like how you need to turn a page to continue reading a book. A good example of a popular ARG would be Marble Hornets, based off the Slenderman story, which kickstarted a massive trend of horror ARGs. Another example of an ARG would be the Cloverfield ARG, used to initially promote the Cloverfield movie but later restored to promote the next movies in the series. Although ARGs don't always have to be horror related, the feeling of being given a cryptic mystery to solve gives off a similar, chilling yet exciting vibe. TF2 had two ARGs focused on two of their updates, Pyromania and the Man vs Machine update. Pyromania's ARG started with an update with no patch notes. As well as another change in the localization files, they added several hidden items to the drop system. The goldfish, pocket lint, cheese wheel, banana peel, barn door plank, secret diary, and damaged capacitator were now all dropped alongside any non-crate drop. On day 2, anyone who equipped the Eliminating the Impossible set for the medic would now see a new description on the new items. The descriptions, when formed in the correct order, formed the Sherlock Holmes quote, "Think of the deeds of hellish cruelty, the hidden wickedness which may go on, year in, year out, in such places, and none the wiser." Day 3 consisted of an item schema update adding new records to the set, consisting of 8 MD5 hash strings. Hash strings. Really hard to say when you have a lisp. The update also allowed the user to craft 2 or more banana peels together, listing an error message numbered with the amount of peels combined, as well as a mixture of Spanish and Finnish text saying "Banana Overflow, detailed report," as well as a Welsh dismiss button and a numbered code in hexadecimal which varied from player to player. Communities of people began to collect the unique codes and piece them together. The 8 hex codes corresponded to 8 different PNG images. The MD5 hashes acted as checksums that verified if the images were correctly pieced together. The resulting images produced QR codes that linked to images on the Team Fortress 2 site, which were sections of a transcript that was vertically cut. The complete picture showed an excerpt of a Senate hearing over the death of Poopy Joe and Saxon Hale's involvement. It also covers the loss of all the US's supply of Australium. Day 4 features a blog post written by the Pyro, which corresponded to text on the damaged capacitator giving the date and time in the time zone where Valve resides. The following is a dramatic reading of the Pyro's blog post. Replacing long words with dashes and short ones with dots reveals a Morse code message saying Monday, which is the day that the Pyromania update was announced. Only 2 months after Pyromania, the next ARG began. It started with a bloodstain that appeared on the blog's logo, leading to a hidden page with the birth certificate of the third man brother, unbeknownst to players at the time, called Grey Man. It states he absconded with the unknown entity, Eagle. The patch on the same day added carrier tanks in the distance of Two Fort, Badwater, Double Cross and Granary. Day 2 features a second bloodstain on the logo, now leading to the last will of Zephaniah Mann with missing lines, disclosing the blackmail he received from his son Grey Man, leaving Elizabeth, his maidservant, his hidden cache of miracle gravel. The patch on the same day also updated the barely melted capacitator to be equipable, its item schema having several class-specific hashes. If you were to high-five a player who had it equipped, unique text will be posted into the chat box depending on the player's class. And now it's time for Saturday Night Stand-Up with the Medic. The Medic says, "Did you hear about the story from 1252 where Destruction PDA Buzzkiller, something special for someone special, oversaw Cowardly Mount create Buzzkiller, frying pan and the administrator walked into a bar?" The class in the text represents a sequence of data corresponding with one of the MD5 checksums, as well as the items and characters in the text representing a subsequence of that. The number also corresponds to the position of the subsequence. Several groups of people collected the output of the capacitator, noticing the item names were mapped to hex codes. Each class's output formed various file formats. Image files were QR codes, a zip file contained ASCII art, a MIDI had Morse code, and some C++ code outputted text. These all corresponded to hex using a PGP word list. The password to the KeyPass database assigned to the spy was the previous class's numeric byte values strung together in order. The file contained a QR code, which when XOR'd with the other codes led to a link showing an image describing the recipe of 8 items. When crafted, a system-wide alert was made in-game notifying the release of the new comic Blood Brothers. In the aforementioned image, the letters T, O, B, O and R are stained in blood, forming Tobor, the name of a scrapped texture, as well as robot backwards. Day 3 features a blog post called Blood Brothers, announcing the end of the ARG and Valve's surprise at the comic being discovered after only 12 hours when they anticipated it taking weeks. A link to the comic was also included. Day 4 is when the MvM update was finally announced. I was really surprised to hear that Valve had their takes on an ARG, and from how close together they were, you'd think their plan would be to have one for every major update. I'm somewhat disheartened to see they've not done another ARG in over 6 years. I still can't believe that 2012 was 6 years ago. But I'm also hopeful that allowing the ARG's histories to resurface will spark interest in the theme of a TF2 ARG again, and maybe the community, or Valve themselves if they catch on, could make some more. Thanks for listening to this brief rundown of the TF2 ARGs. If you want to hear other people's takes on them, check out Casper's video that's on it, that'll be linked in the description. Also, check out Funk's video that I referenced earlier. If you want to check out the aforementioned Marble Hornet and Cloverfield ARGs, links to other people's explanation videos will also be included.